perfect, actually. Works out great. How we doing today, guys? Should make sure I get the volume turned up. Oops. Volume's on. That's in my little mount I made. How's everybody doing today? Works out great. That's at YouTube, so we want to talk. So, yeah, we're going live on a bunch of different apps. Appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out with me. Really appreciate you guys. We're going live on TikTok as well. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you so much. Lots of neat stuff, lots of cool projects. Lots of stuff on this table, I guess. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just going through. I'm adding some products to the TikTok shop. So when we live stream, they'll be live too. Back a page. What's going on, guys? Just doing a little woodwork today. We're going to talk about some of the different Pokemon I make. Excuse me. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Right now, I'm just adding some products to TikTok. We're also going to go live on TikTok. So, appreciate everyone. I made a little stand for both of these. There we go. Everyone can see me just fine. So that. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Your TikTok, you're a little blurry, but it's all right. Appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. So I make a lot of different woodwork and different Pokemon and stuff. So here's one of the EVs we made. So we also have them as printed vinyl magnets. So here's the Bulbasaur. This EV, this EV is actually natural woods. So it's just like some of the other projects I make. So like this moose I made, that's natural woods. If you guys can see this. So I also made an EV out of wood. Some projects I do paint, such as this Bulbasaur right here. This is a printed one, but no, it fell apart. But here is a toothless I'm working on. So this gets painted, but that Eevee is not painted. That's different species of wood. It's a type of woodwork called Intarsia. It's a lot of fun to do. You should have volumes up on all these. There we go. Sorry guys, the volume wasn't up. There we go. So I make it into, yeah, me too. I'm gonna have a toothless available on my Etsy store pretty soon. We'll also sell it as a printed vinyl fridge magnet once it's completed. So what I do is I make these projects, this moose or this Bulbasaur, and then I take a picture of them. I'll sell the woodwork piece, but I also sell images of it as the vinyl magnets. So I have a couple different two different EVs I've done. The moose are all a little different, so they're really cute. So Here's one that does not have clear coat on it yet. So these ones don't just get clear coat. That's all they get. So they're two different pieces of black walnut, but then they're different. Then the antlers are different too. So those are pretty cool. We got sea turtles, all different things. Mother's Day is right around the corner, so one of the most popular items is our cardinal. I can't see what that comment was. Yeah, so here's the most popular item is the cardinal. These are really, really popular. So I've made quite a few of these cardinals. So it just hangs on the wall. You check out all the other projects I have and stuff. So we offer them as big wood pieces like this. Obviously, the ears and stuff are missing on this one. It's just easier for me to grab this and show everyone what I'm talking about. But we've done the pink Bulbasaur. We got a bunch of different Pokemon. We will have Toothless. I'm in the process of working on a Piplup, Toothless, Quilava, and another Stitch. I don't know where Stitch is. Where's Stitch? Here's the Stitch I did. So this magnet is one of my favorite ones. They're actually making this out of wood. A snake? I have not tried making a snake yet. I would have to find a pattern. That's usually what I do is I find a pattern. So I'd have to find a cool pattern for it or one that's doable. In the woodwork community, I haven't seen too many people make too many snakes. Not sure why, but yeah, shoot me a message. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the cardinal is super popular. All of these items are available on my Etsy store. Links in the bio. The cardinals sell out really quick. I make all these by hand. So this one hangs on the wall. It's got my logo on the back. So a little hanger there. Most of the time, these projects get glued to a live edge slab, but for some of these cardinals, I have made Pikachu. I'm trying to read the comments. Try Dark. I forget. I don't know how to pronounce your name. How much per piece? The pieces all vary. So one of these cardinals, $50. They range from 50 to 150 or more. The Pokemon are all 150. I just do a standard 150 price on the Pokemon, and like Stitch, Toothless, all of them. There's a ton of work involved with them. There's a ton of paint and stuff, but also shipping's included as long as you're in the U.S. We do include shipping. Do not ship outside the country yet. I'm in New York, so check that out, guys. What do you guys think? If you're joining me, make sure you double tap that screen. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have made a Pikachu. I actually have a Pikachu on I think it's a Pokeball. I don't know what just happened. So I got a couple different lives going. I've done Pikachu on a Pokeball. That was cool. I think I did just a Pikachu. I did not print them on magnets yet because I don't think I wasn't doing that when I first made these Pokemon. The magnets are something new I started doing. So like how an artist makes a painting. So say the Mona Lisa. They make the Mona Lisa. They sell the original painting, and then you have you make prints of them. So I did magnets. So these are really cool. Simple, thin vinyl fridge magnets. So indoor use only, guys. So if you do order them on the TikTok shop, a bunch of these are available. Stitch is not available on the TikTok shop. So if you want Stitch, please message me on there. It looks too much like the real one, so it gets flagged. So I know it's hard to see on the color, but if you follow me on other different apps, this Stitch is perfect. I got the colors just right. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm actually gonna pop on another app real quick. Make sure we get all the live streaming going. So hold on, I'm trying to do something on my phone. I think someone says. No, I do not. So what app do you guys prefer seeing me on? I know I'm on YouTube a bunch. I'm on TikTok, Instagram. I think there's 15 or 16 different apps I'm actually on. A few different ones. Yeah, I do know what that is. Yes, I do. I don't know anyone that does that, but I do know what it is. Trying to figure out what app I wanted to go on. There we go. So, um, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. So let's go live. Hey, what's going on? I don't know who just popped on, but how you doing? Oh, what is this? YouTube? Is that TikTok? I can't see anyone. Huh, weird. Now we're at 50%. We should be fine, I think. Hopefully. Is this YouTube? Which one's which? That's TikTok. That's YouTube. Okay. Abdul. What's up, Abdul? How you doing? So we're gonna set up another live stream real quick. There we go. Perfect. So what's going on, guys? Let me make sure my volume's up all the way. There's the volume. There we go. Oh, I still doing that. Honestly, my favorite thing I've made so far. I got a couple. Unfortunately, I got a couple. That's a loaded question. So this stitch was one of my favorite things I made. I make them out of wood. So actually, here I'll show you. I can hold it together. So here's actually part of him. There's Stitch. There's part of him. I'm making another one. So this is Stitch. We'll actually go through and we'll actually work on part of that tonight. But there's Stitch. Stitch is obviously one of my favorite characters. Toothless, Stitch, and Pikachu, I guess. But the favorite project, I'd have to say, don't fall. So I got my project stacked up here. Funny. There's Toothless, guys. What do you guys think? That there. I've made a bunch of different animals, but I have to say the Pokemon are some of my favorite. Oh yeah, I think it's cute too. So yeah, that's Toothless. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Thanks for likes and subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe. I made this out of wood. This Arcanine. So if you guys see it on this app, let me. I got two hands. Here is the Arcanine. So I make them out of wood, and I use a Cricut and stuff, and I print them on the print sheets, magnetic sheets. So these are super cool. What's going on, guys? Thanks for popping on. So to answer your question, this Arcanine is one of my favorites. I've made about 4 of them so far, and this is the magnet of it. So we also have Stitch. So links in all the bios, guys. Make sure you check it out. Etsy store, TikTok shop. Or you can just message me. I ship all over the U.S. So if you guys are looking for something, please reach out. Check out the Etsy store. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. I appreciate it all. Thank you guys so much. I don't know how to answer your question. I think I make some cool stuff, but yeah, these are some of the stuff. Like these are the magnets, all of the woodwork projects. So Toothless will be done. I have to fix the paint on it. I try out some new paint, some Montana 94. some new stuff we have. I'm trying to work with them, get a brand deal or something. So, but yeah, here's the Arcanine. This Arcanine's all natural woods. So on the Etsy store, we sell the big piece, and we also sell the small magnets. So that Eevee that's right here. So we have this Eevee. This is really cool. So here's the Eevee. So I take I make the woodwork, and I take an image and I make magnets from it. So what do you guys think? I think they're pretty cool, guys. So everything's available on the Etsy store. Links in the bio. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for the mess down here. I'm working on like 100 different projects at once. So it's just how I operate. So here's a cute Eevee. So we got Stitch, Eevee. Got a ton of different Pokemon. We got different animals too. We also, I know it's not Christmas time, but we have the Advent calendar where you get 12 different of the Pokemon magnets. Because I've only done about 12 different ones right now. So it's Eevee, Umbreon, Espeon, the pink Bulbasaur, Dragonite, Flareon. When I say EVRA, I think I said EVRA, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur. I think there's 12 of them. So there's Charmander. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks for double tapping that screen. If you like and follow, thank you guys so much. So there's Charmander if you guys like Pokemon. So like I said, I make all different Pokemon. Some are painted, some are natural woods. Like this squirrel's painted. This is old paint I used. So we got new paint for the new ones. So those are cool. I don't know why my YouTube looks very dim. You have to stream on too many apps. I really don't know. Who's that TikTok? Oh, that's TikTok. That's YouTube. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which app's which. I appreciate everyone popping on. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have the Advent calendar. They're labeled 1 through 12. So, discounted price if you get the Advent calendar, as opposed to buying 12 different ones individual. So, we either seal them up in the packages for the Advent calendar, or you can just purchase 12 of the magnets, and they'll come slightly different. You'll get the exact same one, they just get packaged differently instead of these Mylar bags. So these will get sealed. They'll have one of each Pokemon in there that I've done. So we're working on a Halloween Bulbasaur. That is something I started last year and I'm hoping to finish it this year. What was that? That's a weird noise. No, one of my apps just did something. Thanks, guys, for joining. Appreciate you all. I can't see who's in here. Was it TikTok? How we doing, guys? Make sure you guys double tap that screen. Help me out. I'd like to hit 1,000 likes. So one of my other favorite ones is this Flareon I made. So I make them out of wood as wall art, and then we make the magnets. So these are really popular, really cool. I like your name, Drooby Dooby Doo. That's pretty funny. What's going on, guys? See a bunch of people in here. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, following. Appreciate it all. What's going on, guys? We're just talking about some of the different woodwork pieces I've made. We got printed vinyl fridge magnets. We've got wall art, all sorts of cool stuff. So, like I said, here's Stitch. This one's super cute. I made it out of wood, and then we painted all the pieces, and then here he is. So he's super popular. So here's Piplup. And that's how you say its name. Here's this little guy. So this is another one we're going to do. So Once it's finished, we'll add it to the pile of them. So if you do purchase the Pokemon Advent calendar, I might throw in Stitch or Toothless when they're finished. So appreciate everyone coming on. Thank you guys so much. How we doing tonight? Got kind of quiet in here. Did you guys double tap that screen? I thank you guys so much for liking this live. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for all the gifts and stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah, here's Piplup. It's hard to see. So I cut them out of wood, sand them, and then I steel wool them, and then I'll primer them. So this one may get another coat or two. I haven't decided yet of primer. This I use a different type of wood that I normally use and different primer. So hopefully it works out great. See a bunch of people joining. Welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome to the live. I'm just sitting here talking about different woodwork I've made, woodwork we're going to make. Lots of cool stuff. So that's some of the Pokemon and other stuff we're working on. So I like to stack them up on these cookie sheets. So off to the side. These have all the different magnets in that we sell. We sell a ton of different magnets. Valentine's Day Bulbasaur is really cute. So check that out. This was, I think, the third one I made. The first two, I forgot to put the teeth on there. So actually, I think this was the second one. The third one I made perfect. I actually cut the teeth out. So yeah, these are really cool. They're really neat. So please, you guys check it all out. Tons of cool stuff on the TikTok shop, the Etsy store. If you're looking for Pokemon cards, we also do also have an eBay where we sell new Pokemon cards. So make sure you guys check that out. Lots of cool stuff. I figure out how to link everything in the bios or make a link tree or whatever it's called. So the hat keeps moving. Thanks for joining, guys. How we doing tonight? What's going on? How we doing, guys? Appreciate everyone joining, sending all the gifts. I appreciate it. Oh, what's going on? I just went live tonight. We're just gonna sit here talk and I like to ramble on and on for a little bit. I meet new people and stuff. So how's everybody doing? Just check and see what everything's charged at. I got 3 different apps running. We got Clapper, YouTube, and TikTok. So I don't really know what Clapper is. It's an app I downloaded, and you can go live and you can do different streams and stuff. So trying some new things this year in 2025. We're trying to get our name out there and stuff. Oh, thanks. Oh, what you studying? Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys like the live, subscribe. Okay. All right. What do we got? The Stitch. Stitch. We also are working on a Vulpix. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's neat. Also have a Vulpix I'm going to do. So Oh, that brightness got weird on that. Sorry, I don't think anyone's really watching on YouTube at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Vulpix, but I don't know what do you guys think. Should I do the normal Vulpix color, or should I do the Alolan version, which is the blue? So the normal one's like a orangish, brownish, red color. I don't even know what color it really is, honestly. Not sure if I should do that color. If I should do like I said, the white with the blue. What do you guys think? What's going on, guys? We do lots of different woodworking stuff. Oh, you think original? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I can always I might just make a second one so I can offer both options and do like a package deal where you can get the original and the a low end version, kind of like how I have the shiny Espeon and the normal Espeon. So I kind of need to make those a package deal. Also, once I get the Toothless done, Toothless and Stitch will be a package deal. I might even do Pikachu too, make a Pikachu one. But I'll do that one painted too, so they all match. Think about doing that. And I can offer like a 3-piece set, or you can get a 2-piece where you can get just Stitch and Pikachu, Pikachu and Toothless, or whatever. The 3 of them, 2 of them, whatever it is. So I'll be able to have different tiers so you can buy, and also be able to discount a price if you want to buy them differently. So, I'm really looking forward to getting this Toothless done, the Stitch done, another second Stitch done, and like I said, this Vulpix. Vulpix is so cute. I love it. I have to figure out which one to prime. Yeah. I actually might start another YouTube channel. I'm thinking about starting another YouTube channel where I talk about entrepreneurship and stuff like that. Because that's my ultimate goal, is to just create stuff and create a business and whatnot. So I watch a ton of YouTube. I read some books and stuff. So yeah. So I've kind of started doing some basically systems where I started making simple woodwork. Yeah, business class, that'd be fun. Yeah, I need to take some business classes. Everything I've learned is from YouTube, or just I've been working for 20 years, so I've kind of paid attention. But I started with simple woodwork, like actually these, some simple ornaments like these. I don't know what just happened. What's happening on my thing, on my app? So I started with simple ornaments like this. So this is the Buffalo Bills logo, simple cutout, and then we've transitioned to ones that actually look like the Buffalo Bills logo. So here's the Buffalo Bills logo that we make. This is a magnet, goes in your fridge. So there's the Etsy store on the back, guys. Make sure you check it out. Lots of cool stuff. You guys can see that art. So. All right, yeah, cool. Have a good night. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I got into all this because of my grandfather. So thank you for that. So I started with the simple ornaments. Then we switched to ornaments with the string. Then we started doing these magnets. So these are just the Bills ones. We do all different animals, and whatnot. So I started with those. That was the beginning of the woodworks. Then we started making tiny little wooden dice. We made some bookmarks. Kind of started branching into different woodworking stuff. I started doing, what I call it, intarsia is what this is called, where you take different pieces of wood. So like the grain goes this way, the grain goes this way. There's the black, the brown, the orange. I mean, so you do projects like this. That's called intarsia. Just like this Eevee, this is called intarsia. So these are all actually different pieces of wood, different colored pieces of wood. As you see, the brown's got like a boring grain. This got a cool grain, and then the eyes and stuff. So this is the color of the wood: the pink, the black, the brown, the off-white, the maple. Yeah, maple. It's maple. Yeah, it's maple. Uh, I have to look into shipping to the UK. Um, Shipping gets pricey when it's outside the states. Also, some of these woods are not allowed in some states or some countries, I mean. So that gets really tricky because it's got to be shipped from here to there. So I could ship this all over the US, no one asks too many questions. But like this blackwood right here, this African blackwood, you can't get that in the States anymore. You can't buy it because we have to source it from different countries and stuff. So I have to look and see what the laws are for customs to ship. I know like the stitch is painted. That should be fine to go through customs. But I also don't know from the US to UK. That's a really long travel. I don't know how they would hold up, even if I packaged them good. I wouldn't want to send something across seas, wait 2 months for it to get there, and then you open it up and it's damaged. So right now, I only do shipping through the US in the US. It's included in orders over $40. Mostly, like I said, because of the wood issues with the wood, not being allowed in some countries. The rules are tricky with all this stuff. I personally could care less what it's made of, but there's environmental issues and stuff. Yeah, it gets really tricky. I actually had a few people that went in Denmark. Um, I know someone that was in, I think, Germany. I shipped them something, but they were on base for the U.S. base, so that's different. There's different rules for that. Um, but yeah, so I started doing the ornaments, and then people were like, "Hey, can you make my dog? Can you make?" I did a cat. The earlier pieces, the eyes were really simple. There wasn't that much artistic like creativity with them. And then a couple of friends were like, "Hey, can you make this Pokemon?" So I made Jolteon, I made Flareon, Arcanine, and now it's like, what Pokemon can I make next? Really, I got Stitch here. So while I was making these Pokemon, someone asked me to make Stitch. Well, as you know, Stitch is blue. The only natural wood colors are like the white part of his eyes and the black, also part of his eyes and part of his nostrils, I guess you could use. So the rest of him is blue. And since blue doesn't occur naturally in wood, no matter what exotic country you get them from, no matter what rainforest you get them from, and whatnot, I started painting them. So I'll take a piece of maple, a piece of poplar, or something. It's very boring wood that no one really cares about, not too much character to it. I'll cut it out, sand it, and then primer it. So that's why this Stitch is all white. So it's a different process. This and actually like doing this Stitch and some of the other Pokemon are much easier. Toothless, Stitch. I think I did a Mew, a Squirtle. I used one solid piece of wood. I cut this all out of one wood by hand. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just in this chunk of him. There's also 2 pieces for the tail, 3 pieces for each of the ears. So whatever that is, like 20 some pieces, different pieces of wood. They all have to mate together. So you gotta kind of get the lines just right. So that's what the gaps are there. There's slight gaps around everything. And then I glue it together. So here's the backside. So I also use risers and stuff to save on the black wood and the pink wood. It's super expensive, so I'll do thin pieces and then do that. What is your preferred wood to work with? Honestly, maple. Maple's got with maple you have curling, you have ambrosia maple, you have spalted maple. Spalted's my favorite. Honestly, spalted maple's the best. But you never know what you're getting when you do get a log that's spalted, because the disease takes over and rots the wood a certain way. But it's always different. Like I said, there's no 2 pieces of wood are the same. One side will be one color. You have yellows, blacks, grays, all in it, all different colors. Then you got bird's eye maple, which I do not care for. It looks like a bunch of dots all over the wood. I don't care for that. Some people do. Curling maple, yeah, curling, yeah. The ambrosia is really neat. I really like the ambrosia beetle one. I actually have a piece right here of something my dad made me. Whereas you can see right here, there's the bird's eye, all those dots. And this is the ambrosia beetle. This is the ambrosia part of it. So that's really cool. So the bug comes in, and now which way the tree was, whether it was like this or like this, I don't know. This is actually a tree from our backyard. So here's the backside of it. So the bug comes in and just the wood rots. It essentially rots. And it's really cool. So yeah, this is actually a stand for my tablet. So, but since my tablet, I can't lean it forward. Sorry, someone's messaging me. Oh, what? Okay, I see. Okay, someone just joined. But I can't use this with my tablet. I'll use it to watch stuff on my tablet. So it actually sits like this. Like that. And then it basically leans so I can watch my tablet and stuff. It's meant for the tablet to go the long way, but I just put it sideways and it hangs off the sides, but that's fine. But this was a really cool piece of wood that we had. It's a very simple project. It knocks together. And then there's actually a hole right there he put in, so I can put my cell phone charger in. So my cord can go, because my tablet's at the bottom in the center. I can actually charge my tablet if I want it upright. So that's really cool. Oh, yeah. No, I have not encountered petrified wood trees. I think I had a piece of petrified wood years ago. It's in with my fossils and stuff. I think I had a piece. I don't know. I was really young when I found it. Huh. So. But yeah, so we started doing all the different projects. So like back to what I was saying. Started making them all out of wood. And then I'll make this project. I'll spend hours and hours upon hours making. That's funny. Not harder than. I'll make all these projects. The Eevee, the Arcanine, Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, all of them. And then, like I said, I spend hours, days, sometimes even weeks on some of these projects just to get them just right. Because I have, I like to nitpick them. I might redo the eye 3 times. I might redo the mouth once or twice, if I don't like how the gaps are. Some people might not notice it. I do notice it. So I try to get them as perfect as I can get them. So I was doing that. So then I'll make this Eevee. I'll sell it. It's gone. I'll get say this Eevee's $150. I'll make $150 off of it. Obviously, you got material costs, you got labor costs, you got all this. I got to thinking, kind of like an artist sells prints of their paintings. I was like, how about we have something, we'll make this project, we'll sell this, that's great. Or we'll make it, we'll sit on it. But at the same time, we'll make, this is where business comes in. We'll have this project. Actually, let me use the actual Eevee. Eevee, where'd you go? There's Eevee. There it is. So I got to thinking, how can I do this better, run this business better? So I'll make this project. I'll spend days, hours, weeks on it. I'll make it. I'll sell it. $150. That's cool. But I wanted to have something that's sort of passive, working in the background, where these $3 magnets are more likely to sell. They're perfect for your fridge, if you're in the office setting, what have you. So that was my business plan, was that I was going to make the big, cool projects, spend all my time making these. And they sell, they sell. If they sell, cool. If they don't, whatever. But these magnets, I've sold hundreds of these magnets so far. All different ones. Eevee, we got I don't know where it is. Here's the Mew. So here's the Mew. So this one, I did not paint. This was someone I met on Facebook that painted this one. So I made the Mew out of wood, sent it to him, the backer board and everything. He then went and painted it all up. So that's really cool. So like I was saying, now I have 2 different items. You might want this, or you might want to buy both. So if I do the different low-end versions, I can do this loan version, and then do the 2 magnets, do it as like a package deal. So that was my thought process on the business. So kind of long-winded there, but we also have these magnets as stickers. Right now, they're all only indoor stickers. I have to figure out how to do this stuff to make the stickers and the magnets for cars. Right now, these are strictly for the fridge or like a filing cabinet, indoor like work area. Like I have a toolbox at my shop, so I have some of the animals on my toolbox. So, oh, thank you so much. Can't read your name. Thank you though. Appreciate you guys. So every project I do, I also make as a magnet. So, and then they're also all going to be different. So, like, I use different paint for this one, this Bulbasaur. The next one I do, I'm switching brands of paint. So when I make the next pink Bulbasaur, it's going to be different. So now I have 2 different options. And now I make the third one, the fourth one. I can sort of tweak the colors when I make these. I can go darker pink, lighter pink, do the hearts in different spots, bigger, smaller hearts. This is one of the magnets that turned out wrong. A bunch of lines going through it, but it's a perfect one to show you guys. I do try to do quality control before I ship things, so make sure you guys check that out. So, actually, I have the 2 different EVs. I hope I have them right here. So I've made EV twice. I 2 different, bunch of different species of wood. So here's the first EV that I did. Double-sided. What do you mean double-sided? Like the magnets? Thanks, Nathan. Yeah. So yeah. So as you can see, this EV has. No, I haven't thought about doing double-sided. These actually get glued to a live edge slab behind it. Mostly so that it's glued to something and then it goes on the wall. I have yet to make something that would be like sits out there. I have done some projects like this Cardinal, which is super popular. This one hangs on the wall. To keep it together, I put a thin backer on it. But the way I do these is I flush trim the backer so it fits exactly. So yeah, I can do that with like the Eevee. But I'd obviously do that before I do this. But this Eevee is going onto a live slab. The next one I might do might be on its own. What's going on, Skylar? How we doing? So, like I said, we got Eevee, tons of different animals, different Pokemon. Sorry, I'm up since 6 a.m. So, appreciate everyone. Everyone's on Clapper, TikTok, YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys double tap that screen. Help me out. If you're on TikTok. Sorry. How's everybody doing tonight? Lots of cool stuff, lots of cool projects. We have 44 minutes. That's pretty good. So if anyone's just tuning in, if anyone's just coming on to the live, thank you guys so much. But you guys stick around a little bit. We're going to talk about some woodwork, ton of different stuff. Obviously, woodwork's in my name. So make sure you guys check that out. They said lots of cool stuff. We got printed vinyl fridge magnets. These are all of the woodwork I make. We have a few that aren't ones I've made, but most of the ones we sell are, you guys see the wood grain and stuff, which I think is really, really cool. This Eevee, I shipped this Eevee out of state. before I could get a picture with the clear finish on it. Unfortunately, this Eevee's missing his nose. So if you order this Eevee, I'm throwing this one in. I know it's not 100% accurate. It's missing the nose, but unfortunately, the parent I used didn't have a nose. And my friend told me after I shipped it. So, and with shipping being expensive for one of these projects, because it's so big, I just had him painted out with a little paint marker. So, yeah, we're tossing these ones in. I have 7 or 8 of these left. They've been popular, but I'll have to make another one. So these are really, really cool. Make sure you guys check those out. Like I said, TikTok shop, Etsy store, Shopify, and eBay. Most of the woodwork's on Etsy. Not gonna lie to you guys. Etsy is my go-to place to sell on. It's safe. It's reliable. Everything ships out. The magnets ship as long as I have these magnets. Usually next day. Woodwork pieces take up to a month to make, mostly because I do live streams. Right now it's cold, so I don't even want to go out to the garage. It was about 20 degrees today, so I was at the shop today working. I work on cars, so I was actually cold all day. So I don't want to go out there. I want to sit down here and talk about woodwork and stuff. So what's going on, guys? Thanks for the likes and follow. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I see a few of you in here. Make sure you guys like this live. Appreciate you. Thanks for the gifts on Clapper and TikTok. Thank you guys so much. Oh, enjoy your studying. Good luck. I am painting this stitch. I will be painting this stitch, not this live, because I have to go to a different part of the garage or a different part of the basement to spray paint. I have I have to wear a mask and everything when I do it, and I have to have the vent and the fan on. The paint booth I have. So I will be painting this stitch. Check out some other videos. The stitch turned out perfect. The last one. I'm making another one. This is gonna be number 2. But what I'm thinking is I should make a couple more of them and just do different colors because I love Stitch. I love the blue that he is. But what if I did like the toothless colors? From How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know if you can see, but right here is toothless. I'm also working on a toothless. I know a couple of the apps can't see, but definitely on Clapper you can see that one. Haven't posted too many videos about him. I'm working on 2 different projects. I'm trying to edit the image first so I can make a pattern. I want to do a Frankenstein Pikachu with the 3 starters. So I bought one, actually, a stuffed animal version. So the person on Etsy, they buy Charmander, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Then they cut them specifically up. So they take Pikachu's head and his one arm, Squirtle's part of his shell and his leg, like for the one side, and the other side is Bulbasaur's head and Charmander's leg with the tail. And then they have another one where it's the other pieces. So they end up getting 4 different Frankenstein Pokemon. So I've been thinking about doing that with the woodwork and then using like either string or wire to drill a bunch of holes to kind of like hold the pieces together. I think would be really neat. I'm still working on the trying to come up with a pattern. That's the first thing I do is find a pattern. A lot of these Pokemon, I just go on Google Images, I find one like Stitch, and then sometimes I have to draw pieces in. But usually I have to make my own pattern. Sometimes I have to make my own pattern. So because I need to make sure I have a room to cut, places I can cut different things in. This stitch, I should count the pieces. It's got a ton of pieces on it. Some of the pieces are really small, like his claws are really tiny. So he's gonna get steel wooled, and then he's got primer on right now. I have Piplup that needs the same thing. Piplup might get more primer. A Vulpix, I definitely need to primer this Vulpix I have. I've had this Vulpix for a while now. I started working on. I thought I had it sold, but someone backed out in the deal. So, but let me do it more down here. Thanks for joining, guys. Thank you so much. You guys double tap that screen. Nice few of you in here. Thank you, guys. Check out my other videos. If you're on YouTube, you follow me on YouTube. Check out the other videos I have. I've done a ton of different animals, different Pokemon. I have tons of videos to upload still, ton of content. Sometimes I'll repurpose the content. I'll remix the videos or something. So we have some new moose items that we're working on. So here's this moose. Here's this guy. So these are really cool. Slightly different wood, slightly different grain. These are both walnut, or black walnut it's called, but one's darker than the other one. So these will both look different. And here's one that has clear coat on it. So just browns it up a bit. So this type of woodwork is called Intarsia. So this is why second type of woodwork I started to do. First one was just normal, simple scroll saw artwork. When I started doing the Intarsia, and now we're doing the Pokemon, some of the Disney characters and whatnot. So here's the Cardinal. So Mother's Day is coming up, guys. So don't forget about your mothers. Some of these are also remembrance pieces. So if you've lost a loved one, that we have these cardinals in memory of them. Done a bunch of angel wing sets, some crosses, a bunch of different stuff. A lot of Pokemon though. The Pokemon are really popular. I have a Quilava I'm working on. Quilava Vulpix, Piplup, and then we have Stitch and Toothless. So we got 5 of those main projects going right now. Obviously, I have to finish up this Eevee I keep showing off. So there's never enough time in the day. So Intarsia. Okay, I can't see what your name is. Sorry, the tab was too far away. I can't see who just asked that. Intarsia, Intarsia. Just type in Woodwork Intarsia. It's really, really fun. That's what this is called. You can honestly take any pattern, you can draw anything and make it Intarsia. I use a ton of stained glass patterns. Coloring pages. This is actually a coloring page I found on the internet that I use for this one. Some of the other ones, or if you have a friend if you can draw, if a friend can draw. Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my Etsy store. Links in the bio. If you're on TikTok, I have a TikTok shop. If you're looking for one of the Pokemon products, message me on TikTok. I can't post a lot of them. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, these are all cut by hand. So with Intarsia, sorry, I should actually start recording new content for my YouTube channel. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that no one talks about, or they gatekeep all the information. But I'm here to help. So if you have any more questions, feel free. With the Intarsia, you take different species of wood. First you take your pattern. You cut your pattern. I'll cut the eyes out, and I'll glue that to one piece of wood. So the head was one piece of wood. I'll cut out the center of the eyes. Cut out this mane or this fluff that he has, and I'll cut out the rest of it. You'll come out different species of wood using a scroll saw, and then I sand them all back and put them back together. So what I do is I use 3/4 inch thick wood, and then you'll actually kind of cheat and use risers for the other colors. So the black and the pink are super expensive. You actually save a ton of money. You can save a ton of money if you use thin boards where you can. So if this fur was black right here, obviously I'd use a full piece of black and just one piece of wood, cut it all out. But like the eyes, you're never going to see the side of the piece. So you can do that. What state am I in? I am in New York. Western New York to be exact, near Lake Erie. Um, I do not do signs. I do not carve anything. I only do scroll saw work. Um, Sometimes I use the router for some stuff, but 99% of my projects are done with the scroll saw. It's all done by hand. The printed magnets, I use obviously a inkjet printer and a Cricut to make these. So I have some orders possibly I might have to do for the national park signs, but those orders haven't gone through, so I don't do those. Yeah, I guess well for signs, a lot of those signs are for outdoor use. So you'll put them outside your house. I'm assuming that's what kind of signs you're talking about. So nothing I make goes outdoors. I am very clear on that in all my listings. Every item I make is indoor use only. I make sure it's in there. It's indoor use only, not waterproof, not weather protected, whatever. So I don't know how or what you would do for signs to go out in the like elements, basically. The reason I don't do any of that is there's tons of little nooks and crannies in these projects where the finish doesn't reach. Because I glue this together, then I clear it. So only the outside that you see is really protected. And I live in New York and we get some bad weather. Right now it's 20 degrees outside. So I would if I had access to it. All these different woods I usually have to ship in. So I use a lot of maple and black walnut because that's domestic. I can get a lot of that locally. The other exotics I use is tricky. Redwood, I assume if you're using redwood, you're out west. I'm gonna assume if you're making outdoor stuff, I kind of assume you're in nicer climate because like we get bad weather every other day. Right now, I think it's literally 20 degrees or less. It's actually why I'm in the basement doing these projects, doing these live streams because I do not want to stay outside in the cold. Even though my garage, I do heat the garage, but what state are you in? If you don't mind my asking. Yeah, I take it you're out west because you guys get nice weather 24/7, 365, just about. Not sure where exactly in Cali. Yeah, I ship a ton of projects to Cali. Florida, California are honestly two of the most popular places I ship to. I do have a goal for 2025. I would like to ship um not just on my Etsy. I also have Etsy, Shopify, eBay, and TikTok shop. I would like to ship to all 50 states. I think that is a goal I would like to do. Um, Whether I do it across all three or four selling apps, that's cool. Or each individual app I could do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Usually a lot of people see my prices and they turn away, which is fine. I don't think I'm quite charging what I should be charging for a lot of these projects. So, but I do want to get. I charge what I charge to recoup most of the or to recoup the cost of the wood, sell my labor and stuff. But some of these projects they take longer um than what I charge. But that's because I love doing this stuff, and this is just a side hustle, not really a side hustle. I don't really call it a hustle. It's a side venture, business venture for me. I do work full time, so I make sure that pays most of my bills. And this is a hobby for me. I am trying to grow into a business, grow it bigger than that. But right now it's just something small I do the weekends and the days off. Yeah, true. Definitely a lot of my projects I definitely do not charge. as much as I should. A lot of times people will think like something like this is like a $5 item, and I'm like, whoa, no, that's like a few hundred right there. Um, I also have other projects where they'll just tell me how much they're willing to spend on a project. I'm like, all right, well, I can make that work. Um, like the painted ones, it's a little easier on doing the trying to keep the budget down a little bit on the painted projects because these ones there's a ton of pieces, but it's one piece of wood and it's all cut out. Like the eyes, I think the center of the eyes are the trickiest, and so the parts where there's no way to get in and cut it proper, like to cut it from the sides. Um, I have different techniques and different stuff I do to do things, but the painted ones I do try to keep at a certain price point only because I can get if the primers what I go through a lot of because I'll do a couple coats of primer. All right, thanks for the likes, guys. But the actual colors, I get a couple projects out of each can. So with the paint being $6 a can, I get a couple projects out of it. So I don't have to factor the paint in. Paint and primer is like $10 to $20 per project at best if I have a ton of different colors. So then you got to factor that in. And then you got your materials, the wood, which I do use maple. I could go cheaper route with pine or poplar, but it's a softer wood, so it's a little quicker to cut out because it's not as hard. You don't have to go slow cutting them out. But I found using maple, it's more forgiving if you were to sand it. Because a harder wood, when you go to sand the edges, it holds its shape. Now with like pine and poplar, you could ruin a piece super quick by just not paying attention with the sander. So, there's many different things you can do. You can kind of use that find a way to. I hope you're the best too. Yeah. Feel free to reach out. Whether on TikTok, through YouTube, if you find my Etsy store, feel free to reach out. If you have any questions about Intarsia, feel free to reach out. I should start doing some videos on it. There's some stuff out there, but I've also been self-taught for most of this. I've watched some YouTube videos on the Intarsia, but a lot of it's just trial and error. Now, if you want to get into Intarsia, what I recommend is do this woodwork called segmentation. That's where it's one like this stitcher here is in segmentation. This Bulbasaur segmentation, and this Eevee is Intarsia. Now you'd think they're the same. They're essentially the same thing, but they're different. This segmentation project, which is the Bulbasaur, Stitch, whatever Pokemon it is, that's painted. It's one piece of wood, cut out, sanded, rounded, put together, painted, put together. Now the Eevee, actually let's use this one, it's better. So this Eevee, you gotta cut this piece out of wood, this piece out of wood, this piece out of one piece, this piece, this piece, this piece. So it gets tricky. So if you're gonna try doing Intarsia, I'll tell you this: try segmentation first. As long as you have a scroll saw, you need a scroll saw. I have a DeWalt 788 scroll saw. It's like a $600 scroll saw. You can get a cheaper one than that, but the DeWalt 788 is the middle of the road saw, and that's what I've actually used for most of these projects. There's some upgrades you can do to it. I should make a video on that. I've done a couple of the upgrades to it. But I would recommend if you're getting into Intarsia, try your hand at one of these segmentation projects first. You'll get a feel for how you use the scroll saw, how you cut stuff out. And then if you're going to do anything, I wouldn't buy the exact woods right away. Even if you made one of these, like I did a Mew that was out of maple, some funky spalted maple I had. And it's supposed to be pink, or the shiny version is blue, I think. Yeah, it's blue. It's like a light blue. It's like a baby pink, baby blue. And I was like, what if I just make this out of this piece of scrap wood I had? So I cut like out the bottom legs. I'll cut this pattern out. I'll cut it right here, and I'll glue that down to one piece of maple. Then I'll glue this to another piece, or pine, whatever you want to use. And then you can do that with all these pieces. Then you can use either pine, maple, poplar, and yes, the project's not going to be the right colors, but you can test and figure out what intarsia really is before you start getting into all your exotic hardwoods, your domestics. Then it's tip of the iceberg right there, because I've spent hundreds, if not thousands, on different species of wood and whatnot. Oh, yeah, I hear that. You got kids. Okay, yeah. Oh, keychain names too. Yeah, I don't really make too many keychains. I did some of my smaller ornaments as keychains, but the wood breaks. So unless you're doing like resin or something, or the epoxy resin stuff, which I don't do any of that. I want to someday. Um, the keychains just break. Like I made a bunch of what was it? Bunch of keychains, guitar pick keychains. Yes, the squirrels are amazing. Thank you. Um, I should really bring one. Actually, I should really bring one of those squirrels in the garage, in this room with me. Squirrels are actually, honestly, one of my favorite animal to make. As much as I love the Pokemon, I love Stitch, I love all the other projects. The squirrels have a special place in my heart. I've made 30 of them, if not more. I had a whole squirrel army going last year during the winter. I got bored and I wanted to see how many squirrels I can make in one weekend. I made like 20 or 30 of them. It was insane. They're all a little different too. Sometimes I'll do one type of wood for the body, and then one type of wood for the tail, or I'll just mix it all up, or I'll take the pattern, put it down, go to two different boards. Like I do cherry and black walnut, the whole squirrel with the tail. I'll cut it out, and then what I'll do is I'll swap the tails. So that's fun to do too. So you have like a dark brown squirrel with a light brown tail, or a light brown squirrel with a dark brown tail. So the squirrels are very unique. I've made, like I said, so many of them. Some of the other projects like this cardinal, these all are relatively the same. The grain pattern's slightly different on all of them. Some have, like, this one's got some orange going through it. The wood's actually red. You guys can't really see on these cameras. And for some reason, my TikToks, I think I have my something's making it dim. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I think that's something happened. But yeah, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Excuse me, I still have a cough. I can't see what you guys are writing. Thank you guys. Really appreciate everyone. Thanks for the likes and the follows, guys. Oh, look at that. We're at 1,500 likes. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's the highest I think one of my lives has gone. Um, only been on TikTok a few days now doing live streams. A lot of my stuff's on YouTube. I am trying to grow the YouTube channel. Um, YouTube gives a play button out if you hit 100,000 subscribers. So that is something I'm working on. Thanks, guys, for following me on Clapper. We're on Pinterest, TikTok, Reddit, obviously YouTube. Excuse me. So we're pretty much everywhere at the same time. Now I got it set up. Got 3 different cameras on me right now, so we can do all this. I appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you so much. As you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok. We start getting more subscribers and more followers. I'll start doing some giveaways. But if anyone's looking for any last minute gifts, I think the magnets, you'll order the magnets today. I think I ship them out tomorrow. You might get them for Valentine's Day. Not really sure. So if not, your significant other will love this. Bulbasaur's cute. I should do more of the Pokemon as different holidays. I'm working on a Halloween Bulbasaur. That's out in the garage. I gotta work on that. Thinking about doing that tomorrow night, but I gotta work a little late tonight and decide to do the live stream instead. So what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the gifts and the likes. Appreciate you guys. I can't see my screen. I have to. Oh, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about Intarsia, or if you like I said, any questions or anything. I should start doing more TikToks and YouTube videos about Intarsia. Not too many people know what it is. It's a fun little hobby. Like I said, you can find patterns everywhere, coloring pages. This cardinal is actually, I don't know if you guys know this. This cardinal is actually a stained glass pattern I found on Etsy. I was going through Etsy the one day, thumbing through Etsy, and I was checking out my stuff, checking out other people's stuff, just seeing what I can make and what's selling, what's trending. And I saw this cardinal pattern. It's actually a stained glass pattern, so which is super popular. I don't know how to do stained glass, but I was like, wait a minute. The wheel started turning. I'm like, it's a pattern. I could cut it out of wood. Most of the original cardinals I made had yellow beaks. This one has orange, more natural looking than the yellow. People love the yellow more because it stands out. But yeah. So stained glass patterns, coloring pages. You can buy obviously I buy a ton of patterns off Etsy. I actually have a few of my own. I have to figure out how to get my patterns on Etsy as a digital download so I can sell my own patterns. Here's one of the bears I made. So this is my own personal pattern. I designed it myself. So it's on the simple side. So I never said I was an artist, or I could draw. I don't know what you said. I mean, I can't draw, so I usually try to draw simple things. There's a couple patterns I've had to. I don't know how I got them done. I pulled them out of thin air, but if I have to draw something, it takes me quite a while. Yeah, feel free to check out the Etsy store, TikTok. I think this is what TikTok. Some of my stuff's on TikTok. If you're looking for anything in particular, please reach out to me. I know a ton of the Pokemon stuff is not on TikTok, and a ton of the animals and stuff are not either. I have to add them all. It takes time. Okay. Like I said, I have 200 items on Etsy, 30 items on TikTok Shop. So I gotta add them. I mostly am putting the magnets on there because a lot of people like buying the cheaper, smaller items. So I've been slowly adding woodwork to there. eBay, I have like basically used, but they're almost brand new. Used Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Digimon, stuff like that. Cards, some Lego stuff. I am slowly adding some of my woodwork to my eBay page, but with eBay it gets tricky because everyone expects it now, right now, right now. So I have to make some stuff, set it off to the side for eBay, and not sell it. So if I get this EV done, maybe I might do that and have one listing on eBay of this EV, and then people can reach out and they can purchase something else. I used to do the carbon paper. Now I don't know if I do it the right way or the wrong way. I found a way that works for me. It gums up my sander, but I also buy cheap sanding discs, stick-on sanding discs, and I have a dust collector and I wear a mask. So, what I do is I take my pattern. I take scrap paper. Honestly, I use old scrap paper. Run it through my printer. I'll print off my pattern, and I'll just glue my pattern right to the board. I take a cheap glue stick from the dollar store, Walmart, whatever, those cheap ones you used to use in school, and I'll just right on the wood. I'll glue the pattern down. I'll honestly set it aside because I'm usually doing 12 projects at once, and honestly, it dries a couple minutes, 10, 20 minutes. The pattern's dry, or dry enough you can cut out. Sometimes I'll wear gloves so I can get the glue on me, and then I just cut it out. And then once it's cut out, sometimes you can just peel that wood off so you got the glue left on there. But all you gotta do is hit it with a sander, and it comes right off. And with having to round all the edges and all the pieces. I found it was quicker. The proper way of doing Intarsia or any of these projects would be you take painter's tape and you lay it down. And then you take spray adhesive, and you spray it down, and then you'll put your pattern down. But that stuff honestly could take a while to dry. I'm talking hours for it to dry. Where I'm very impatient, I want to go in the garage now. I want to cut this out now. So if I do, say, 6 different projects, I just grab one long board of maple and I'll just start gluing. By the time I get the last one glued, the first one's ready to cut out, and I'll just use my jigsaw and I'll cut into slabs. So there's many different ways you can do this. That's my way, whether it's the right way or the wrong way. Like I said, it does gum up my sander, but I went on Amazon, found cheap sanding discs. They're stick-on. They go onto my 5-inch vertical sander. It's a disc, so they stick onto there. And like I said, I just flat against it. It comes off. I have like a thing to fix the sandpaper too, but I used to, like I said, I used to use the carbon copy thing. That's not for me. That's way too much work, and you could smudge it, I guess. But do it how you like to do it. If that's your process, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you my process and what I do. Like I said, not sure if it's right or wrong. Definitely kind of wasteful with the glue and stuff, but or people use like I've actually used it. I bought sticker sheets and I wanted to see if it would work. And I actually printed out a sticker paper, ran it through the printer on sticker paper, and then I just peel that sticker off and I just slap it around the wood. Then you can peel the sticker off if you want, or just run it through the sander. I kind of just sand off the glue. Does make kind of a mess, does get everywhere, does gum up the sandpaper, but if you can buy, like I purposely buy cheaper sandpaper for that sander for that reason, so that I know what I'm going to do with it. So I'm not buying the nice stuff. I'm buying this really cheap stuff where it's 5 cents a piece of sandpaper, and I usually get quite a few projects done with it. So that's how I do that. Yeah. How we doing, guys? See a few more people join. Thank you guys so much. I'm just talking about the different processes I do for different woodwork, some of the business side of things that we do as well. Times it's almost 9 o'clock. Wow. I've been in live for an hour and 20 something minutes. That's crazy. So make sure you guys check out the TikTok shop, the Etsy store. I gotta figure out a way to link my eBay. Like I said, eBay's only got used or almost new Pokemon cards, Magic, and all that stuff. That's all legit cards and stuff. I do have a couple of the woodwork pieces on there, trying to test the market. Once I get my bank information, I'm gonna join Amazon Handmade. So back to the business side of things. I work full time as a mechanic, but I want to have a way that I have systems and stuff in place, so that all this is working in the background. So while I'm at work, I have eBay out there selling for me. I have Etsy selling for me. I have Shopify, which I haven't made a single sale on Shopify, but it's there. It's out there for people to see. I'll probably cancel the Shopify store. I have not had a single sale in 2 months. I feel like I'm kind of wasting money in that regard. But the Shopify, I actually have it all linked, so it's actually posting to my Instagram and my Woodwork Facebook page every day. So that's one cool thing about Shopify. But I found it posts like Instagram, and I don't have many followers on there. I'm bigger on Facebook, TikTok, and now Clapper. So I appreciate everyone coming on. I was trying to do Facebook live stream, but I wasn't getting anyone following. So yeah, we'll have all these different items out there. So the Etsy store, we run ads with the Etsy store. That brings in people to check it out. They make a purchase today, tomorrow, whatever. So I have all these systems running. So we have Etsy, eBay, and TikTok are the 3 main ones that I sell on. So whenever we package something up, in the thank you card, I put links to my other selling apps. So, because people don't know I'm on eBay, they don't know I'm on TikTok Shop if they're only buying on Etsy, and vice versa. If I'm on eBay and you're buying a Pokemon card from me, you do not know that I sell Etsy store items. So every sale on one of these apps is an opportunity to get another sale somewhere else. That's one thing I do. I thought of, and I was like, we have this opportunity where I can get my name out farther. So a lot of this stuff I do is gifts. So you know I have an Etsy store. The person that makes a purchase, they know I have an Etsy store. But the person you're giving the gift to doesn't know where you got it from. They don't know who I am. I'm just regular Joe Smo. So I started including a business card. I have a little thing I printed out that's got. So my business card is eBay, Etsy on the back. And I created something else, little card that's got my eBay and my TikTok shop. So, if anyone needs any help with their business or any of their woodwork stuff, feel free to reach out. I'm slowly growing my business and whatnot in the background. I'm also working full time, and all the other stuff I have going on. So, I think I have to charge these tablets. Appreciate you guys popping on. Thank you guys so much. I see a few of you just jumped on. Clapper. Appreciate you guys. What's going on, guys, on YouTube and TikTok? How we doing tonight? Lots of cool woodwork. Lots of cool stuff. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys check out the links in the bio. Like I said, we got TikTok, Etsy, and eBay. Some cool stuff. Thanks for joining, guys. I make a lot of different woodwork, different Pokemon and stuff. So those of you who are just joining me on the apps, here is the EV I'm working on. So this is one of the projects. We have EV. We have the Valentine's Day Bulbasaur project. This is really cool. So that's really neat. EV, like I said, we have EV. So you can purchase EV as a big woodwork piece, or you can buy EV as just a print vinyl fridge magnet. So if you want a magnet for your fridge, this EV is perfect for you. For Valentine's Day, we have the pink Bulbasaur, one of my favorites. They're actually all my favorites, so I don't really want to say that. Here is the Mew Van Gogh printed vinyl fridge magnet. So lots of cool items, guys. Make sure you guys check it all out. Like I said, lots and lots of stuff. We ship all over the U.S. and only throughout the U.S. So if you're looking for a woodwork, wall art piece, if you're looking for vinyl fridge magnets for your fridge and whatnot, check them all out. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits. It's 9 o'clock now. I think I'm gonna go work on some other stuff upstairs. Maybe not really sure what I'm gonna do, but all right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pop off here for now. I'm getting a little tired. One live stream there. We're ending the live stream, guys. Thank you so much.